This is Boarding Party Ragnarok, featuring Joel as Elmar Gregory, Jordan as Griff, Devin as Captain Perseus Blackwater, and Dean as Polen Watkins. In the sacked remains of the once pristine Rosewood Sanctorum, our unlikely band of heroes collect their thoughts and themselves before making their next move. But yeah, we will rejoin our merry band of fellows in the Rosewood Church. Or Summerbury Church, rather. Rosewood's the
family.
The family.
Should we head back to the barracks? Maybe check for the girl on the way?
Can do that and possibly report to Captain Locke about everything.
Sounds good. Maybe he knows more about this man.
Absolutely.
Let's head out. Should we sneak?
Peeking out the door.
Okay.
Are the Zorarks still all there?
They appear to be leaving quickly, carrying what they can, but it seems as though they got what they came for.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all just like picking up. There's all those big piles of like leather and iron and stuff. They're grabbing as much as they can carry, like filling their pockets and running.
Okay. I don't think we really need to sneak. Looks like they're scattering themselves.
Yeah, you guys first.
Me and Elmar limping out of the church. We're like,
yeah,
for sure. Okay. All right.
I have 2 walking sticks. All right, let's make our way back.
All right.
Okay, yeah. As you guys make your way back through the burned and bombed out streets of Summerbury, you are uncontested. It seems as though any of the remaining forces are grabbing what they can, heading out. Some of them notice you and seem more focused on the loot they can bring rather than taking out one more group of people that could potentially just cause more casualties. They all seem to be heading for the gates. And they do, when they reach the gates, they give one last look back and then they kind of scatter. They seem to be heading in 2 different directions.
Do we see any normal civilians?
At this point, yeah, you'll see there are a handful of sort of peasant-looking folk kind of creeping out from behind rubble and trashed buildings. There's not many, though. The once sprawling city of Summerbury is now very much like a small town.
Should we tell them all to come to the barracks?
Probably not a bad idea. This city is a fraction of what I remember.
How do we wait till we actually have some good news to tell them?
Yeah. Let's go, guys. Everyone to the barracks. We gotta regroup. We gotta get our manpower up.
Power up. You gained a man.
And lady power. Too.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Ladies.
Yeah. Get some confused looks, but Polen is generally the most approachable looking of the 4 of you. So they do follow you. Their numbers are in the 10s.
In the 10s.
Yeah. But they'll follow you.
I will follow along the outside to protect in case any random beast were to spring out from the side,
Okay.
while also keeping an eye out for the Rosewood daughter that escaped.
Okay.
I'll do the same on the other side of the
Let's
party.
get 2 perception checks. As I've been told, Looksy Doodle has no place in this campaign.
Oh no.
Said it's far too
8.
serious.
I crit again.
Oh, nice.
Whoa!
Boy.
Yeah. Griff, as you're walking back, Maya is continuously like sort of smelling the air. And she does begin to sort of like paw the ground in a direction, and you hear some rustling from a pile of just refuse and slowly smoldering trash.
We'll check it out.
Okay. Yeah. As you approach, you see a small canine-like head kind of poke out. It's holding what looks to be a rat in its mouth.
Hello there. You all right? Come on out.
It will oblige. It's a small-ish dog-like creature, but it seems to be producing the embers that are sort of smoldering the trash around.
Does it look like Maya? Just small?
Small and red.
Interesting. It's not very safe out here. Do you want to come with us?
Just plods right on up to Maya. Maya gives it a nice long lick up the side to kind of clean off some of the scuff. Kind of spits it out. The little fella's just sitting there.
Interesting. All right. We'll just keep going, I guess.
Yeah, it'll follow you back. It very occasionally will dive into a pile of like rubble and pull out another small mouse or something.
A little scavenger.
Yeah.
Like it.
Eat while you can.
Nice.
Okay, but yeah, you don't see any sign of the young lady who escaped. A few other sort of hiding families will join the march back to the barracks. They number now at around 30. If we wanted to round to a nice even number for ease of tracking everything. But they will follow you back to the barracks. At which point you do see the sad remains of those that can fight, still gathered there, kind of holding up more. But seeing that things are retreating, they do appear to be arming up to sort of form a perimeter around the city again. And Captain Locke is giving that order as you arrive.
Hello, Captain.
It's good to see all of you again. Hale and hearty, I suppose.
Yeah, we found some people that we figured would benefit from shelter, but we ran into an interesting fellow at the church. A very large and muscular man. He had a large weapon, double-sided, and he was very strong.
Okay. Yeah, the Captain Locke. I see you've met the general of sorts of whatever this invading force is.
Do you know his name?
I don't. Only that he wields a glaive too large for any man.
It's true. He was able to just seem like magically disappear out of the cathedral.
That is something we've noticed as well. All of our assassination attempts seems about as effective as grabbing onto a cloud.
Mm. He also killed Rosewood,
I feared as much.
but the daughters got away. The daughter got away. She's somewhere in the city. I don't know where. And they took the lady and the youngest captive.
Well, then I suppose we should arm up, take them back.
Do you know where they would take them?
I don't, but an invading force this large and reckless, they've got to leave a trail.
It's true.
What time of day is it?
It's like late afternoon.
Maybe it would be wise to rest first. You do both look a bit ragged.
I would say let's continue the hunt, but I don't think my body would agree.
I think it
His knees are already shaking. He's like,
would be ill-advised.
Even if I wanted to.
okay. Yeah, Captain Locke will start ushering people into the barracks. All the families and such that are there. Any able-bodied younger folks are armed and given some degree of armor. You as a group now have access to the standing army, the Knights of Summerbury. So you have recruited your first group of allies.
Nice.
Ooh, interesting.
They have morale, defense, and offense, which we'll cover if we need to. All you really need to know at the moment is as long as Captain Locke is with them, they are far more effective.
Cool.
So if you were to take Captain Locke away from the unit, the odds that they would like scatter at the first sight of danger are much higher.
Okay.
They are considered composed half of disciplined units, and the other half is like peasants.
Okay.
Well, if Locke ever dies, you better be ready to make a passionate speech.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, I was already thinking about that.
Yeah, so they will begin to fortify the barracks. It is not necessary for any of you to keep watch if you don't wish to. Captain Locke and the other irregulars will kind of do that for you. That is one of the benefits of your new.
Thank
your
you,
new platoon.
irregulars.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
Well,
nice.
I'm tired.
Elmar, go to bed.
Halfway through any of that, Elmar just goes, "Okay, I'm out."
Oh, so there is a bed.
Great.
I will rest. Good night, all.
I'm definitely down for a nice little siesta. I'm gonna do the same.
Okay. Polen, you do see a small cluster of your people have sort of joined the foray as well. There's about 5 of them.
I'm gonna sprint over there.
Okay.
I'm ecstatic. I
Seeing
thought
you
they
run
all-
away, I'll follow slowly.
Yeah.
I won't
Okay.
get too close, though.
Yeah, they seem to be approaching like the large crowd.
You guys are okay?
They go, Polen!
How are
Pollen,
you guys?
where
I
have
give
you
them all
been?
hugs. I'm so happy. I'm ecstatic.
Polen, where have you been?
I've been trying to fight off this army.
Oh, you are so brave.
Thank you.
We saw them coming. We all ran.
Oh no.
We ran away.
I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you guys.
Oh, that's okay. We only lost a bunch.
Oh,
It's not your fault.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good to see you.
Where's the rest of you guys?
We thought they were with you.
Oh no. Well, I'm sure they're safe. I'm sure they're all.
Well, we're happy to help wherever we can.
Of course.
We have grains.
Let's make some food for these people.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah, the group that we will now call Polen's Tribe will bolster your irregulars once more. They are capable during a long rest of giving you guys an extra hit die back should you use it.
Ooh.
As they can cook and hunt.
Yay.
They're not much for fighting, but they are very good at homesteading and keeping you comfortable in the wild.
Very nice. Already, this is. I like this.
Okay.
You're doing well.
Yeah.
Really good job, guys.
This is
Yeah.
the most productive sleep I've ever had.
Just gonna wake up. All right, we have things to be like, yeah, they're awake. Yeah.
Best alarm clock ever.
Yeah. Is everybody else going to just take rest?
Might as well.
Yeah, had a
Okay.
productive day.
Yeah. Your fern coos excitedly with the return of its silent friends. Obviously, only you hear it, but he goes. He's excited. But yeah, your folks will squat up with the Summerbury irregulars, and they'll begin tending some wounds and applying little burn salves and various things that you've tried to peddle.
Nice. Rocks.
Yeah, geodes. They do occasionally
They're
go.
healing
Geo?
crystals. Align the chakras.
Yes.
Yeah, do we have any monks that I can?
Yeah, are there monks in your
Swindle.
tribe?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
All right.
Are
Can't
you,
know.
are you sure?
You
just-
said
Not
that.
not
just
this
kidding,
group.
just
Not this group?
Just
Okay.
kidding.
Not this group has any monks.
Okay. Yeah. The rest of the non-fighting fit folks, or those who are injured or sort of just in need, kind of just collapse from the stress of the day. Captain Locke will also take a rest, but you leave the crew in good hands. The hands of Tristan, aka Bones, and Grimly will also volunteer to stay up,
Hey.
as he is still recovering from his wounds. But he can help watch. But
Sounds good.
the night is not quiet or uneventful. You do still hear the sounds of like buildings collapsing under their own weight through some of the fires that do kind of wake you up unceremoniously, with the exception of Elmar, who sleeps
I'm a
clean
pretty
through the
heavy
night.
sleeper.
Lots of snoring.
Yeah,
coming from
just
you.
like a dead hunk of plate mail,
Yeah,
just
I rolled
completely out.
real low on my wakefulness
Do
in
you
my
cover
character build.
yourself
so-
with your arm shield, or do you have it on the
blanket.
ground?
Kind of. It's like one of those like weight blankets.
You
For
feel better when it's
anxiety.
closer to
God.
you.
Yeah.
Guys, you gotta try this. Dude, that weighs like 80 pounds. I know, it's great.
never slept better.
For Griff, your new little pup partner will snuggle up with you if you allow it.
Ooh, yes. Nice
Um,
and warm.
Yeah, he
Puppy.
seems naturally drawn to both you and Maya.
I like it.
Not in a like familial way, but just like
Right.
you
Just
you
we're
resonate
friends
well.
now.
Yeah.
We're homies. Catching good vibes.
Yeah.
I like it.
For the record, that the Growlithe that you have with you
Mhm.
it functions the same as like a watchdog would, or like a
Sweet.
mastiff. So it can attack, but it's not particularly effective. But it's always alert, so it's very good at like catching stuff.
Nice.
Now that you guys are sort of up to date on your allies. But yeah, the rest of your night is restful enough. Elmar, you do finally recover from your point of exhaustion
Yeah.
that you incurred upon yourself on the first night.
True.
So you are finally rested and recovered. And some of the pseudo scouts of your new irregulars unit report to you that there are two different groups of the sort of enemy forces moving away. There is a much, much larger group that is headed to the north, and there is a smaller group that would be headed to the east. I always, no matter what, I have to go
East.
north, south, east, that way.
That'd be like never
eat.
eat shredded wheat.
Yeah. So I have to do that.
Because it's gross.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's a smaller group, mostly comprised of the crows and the last folks who retreated from this city. The other group is composed largely of human soldiers, and they seem to be headed to the north.
But they noted them as being like of the enemy force.
Yeah, they are traveling with another group of those Zoroarks.
That's curious.
Did they have like an insignia or anything? Like those human soldiers?
Let me see if the scout fellows who
If the
yesterday would
rookie
have been
remembered.
who a few weeks ago would have just been farmers and ranchers would remember. Yeah. They'll kind of report to you that there is the sigil that they are flying seems to be just that large glaive kind of carved into all of their makeshift shields and armor. It is worth noting only about half the force is armored. They are all armed. They all have some sort of weapon, but not all of them have armor. Some of them are just in plain clothes.
Do we have any idea which group may have the Rosewood captives?
Your guardly intuition tells you that if you were in an attacking force and you had prisoners, you would probably stick them with the larger force to keep them contained.
That was my
Unless
thoughts
you were
as well.
taking them somewhere close, then you would just send a small detachment.
So could be either one, but probably.
Yeah.
the
What
big
what I'm saying is like it's pretty likely that they're with the bigger group,
Yeah.
but you can think of a reason they would be with the small.
Yes. Okay. This is interesting information. I don't think we saw too many people other than the glaved man.
I don't remember seeing any.
Well, I think our options are to maybe either give chase to one of these groups or maybe fortify this town as a stronghold just for something to fall back on should we need, because I thought Summerbury was a strong city, and who knows what the other cities around are like currently.
Well,
I think we should fortify, protect the ones we love that we have here with us. Don't want to lose these people again. And if we leave on a chase, I want them to be safe without us. And I don't really want to bring them with us to go fight large armies.
I definitely agree to that to an extent, but we need more people if we want to fortify. So, what are the towns around this area that we can possibly bring some folks in?
Oh no. You're from here.
It's true.
What towns are there?
Are they the same towns? Okay.
Some of them are, but a lot of the ones that you would be familiar with from other
Mhm.
game don't exist yet.
Okay.
Fola would be to your north.
Okay.
that is still a
Where
sort
the-
of capital city.
and
It
that's
is-
where they're going.
Yeah, that
Okay.
appears to be where the larger force is going. The folks that are headed east, as far as you're aware, there's nothing.
Hmm.
But they seem to be headed off, just off roads and into wilderness.
Is Lahana kind of close?
Lahana
Should
would
I
be
like roll a die to get information, or
no,
are we-
like Lahana
Okay.
is close. Like Summerbury is still built off of Lake Lahana. If you were
Mhm.
to head far enough into the city, you would be on the water.
Okay. Because I think it hasn't like sunk yet, right?
Correct. Yeah. Lahana as a city is still there, and the lake has not necessarily come to be, but there is still a body of water there.
Okay. So I see both sides. I think both are great ideas. We have Lahana nearby. We can go there to see if they're safe. We can try to fortify here. Maybe send a raven to Lahana to see how they're doing. Or there's always everyone's favorite. We could split. And
I could scout. Maybe either follow the small group that left to the east or go to this Lahana.
because I would also be content staying to help fortify, and I bet Ko would be happy to get away for a bit and go to Lahana.
Could come with me.
If we are talking about splitting, we should do it in at least twos.
Can your giant flying dragon thing go that far on its own?
And I'll summon Undertow
Mhm.
to make him visible.
It appears. He emanates.
Oh, it's gonna take some getting used to.
It's still a little washy for me. Undertow, are we able to ride you? Oh, that's good news. How far is Lahana, or how far east did you want to go?
I mean, it's. I don't know. I don't want to make it up.
It's like a 2 days ride.
Oh.
It's close.
Yeah.
But it's not close.
Okay.
It's to the west, though, right?
Yes.
So it would be in neither of the directions that the
Yes.
parties were headed.
Okay.
So it's about 2 days ride, but we could get out there and scout that out, make sure it's doing okay and they're not leveled. And if they haven't been touched, maybe we can come up with a way to move our people there.
And as much as I'd like to probably fly, it's probably not the smartest thing to do.
Did draw much
Yeah.
more attention.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't think that they would run at it, but they might think that, oh, it left and we could go back and finish it off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm willing to go there if that's what you would like to do.
We need people.
What do you think, Master Polen?
If Captain Locke is willing to look after my people while we're gone, I'll be okay with it.
Should we bring them with to Lahana, or would you feel more comfortable leaving them here?
They're not too great at combat or anything of conflict, especially this group, just to be candid. These are the cooks of our tribe, so they're very old, so
Okay.
it'd be more of a hindrance on us.
Okay.
We'd probably have to spend more time protecting them. But I'm willing to leave them here if we feel confident this place will not get attacked again.
Okay. Hey, Bones,
Oi.
are you content? Are you able to hold the fort with Locke in the group if we were to go scout Lahana for potential resources or additional allies?
Gladly.
Well, then I think it's settled then.
We'll guide your people like our own.
All right.
Let's flesh out this guy a little bit more. I like that.
Suddenly, I don't want to leave.
now I just want to know more about you,
I
Bounce.
decided to stay. Or you're coming with us.
All right.
I do need something from Griff.
Yes.
Griff, given your connection to nature and the various ways that it can be changed,
Yes, sir.
if you would please give me 3 distinct nature checks and let me know the results for each.
Like,
Roll it 3 times.
I just roll it 3 times, or
Yeah.
I have to tell you, like, I have to make
Yes,
up
we're gonna-
3 things
We're
right
gonna,
now.
no. We're gonna roll. You're gonna roll 3 dice.
Okay. First one is a 6.
First one's a 6. Okay.
Second one is a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Third one is a 19.
Okay. Excellent. So your second one, 13?
17.
17. Okay. Yeah, you get a very, very potent feeling of like electricity. Like all of your hair kind of stands on end, and it sort of points to the north. To your east, you feel this sort of very, very low, not cold or hot, just sort of a gust of wind sort of blow by you. With no context.
It's just, I just get these feelings.
Those are the feelings that you experience when you wake up for the day.
And the electricity, it's not like a painful thing. It's just
No,
more
no.
like,
Yeah, you feel
take
like
note of this.
Yeah, you feel like charged up for a minute there.
Okay.
Like all your hair's kind of standing on end. You get a little antsy for a second.
Okay. And then nothing from the direction we plan on going.
Nothing from whatever could have happened would have been. That is where whatever's going on is taking place.
Cool.
Yes, nothing from whatever the third option could have been.
Good to know. I don't even know what to do with this information.
That's the idea. Confuse and distort.
That did that.
Yep.
That did that. I'll just hold on to that for now.
Okay.
All right, gang, are we ready to start marching?
Should probably get while the getting's good.
All right. Ko, you coming?
He will begrudgingly stand. He's like, whatever. I don't really want to sit here with a bunch of cooks and some farmers. People
All
I
right.
stole from. Right.
How good are we at scavenging for food?
Pretty good.
I'm not, but he is.
I'm not bad at it. We're out in the wild.
Ko's already like
Often.
pulling out some bread. He's like, wait, what?
All right, I just
Mine.
want
I've
to
got
make sure.
some experience scavenging around.
All right, cool. Because I didn't want to take any food from these people.
Gotcha.
I'm assuming things are pretty scarce, like
A
the
little bit, yeah.
supplies. Yeah.
Polen's crew is very good at like getting to food if there is food to be gotten.
Mm-hmm.
But like most of Summerbury's like grain reserves and stuff were all torched. But
Gotcha.
if there is food around, they will find it. They're very good at that.
All right.
Is the watchdog Arcanite or Growlithe situation something that I could like send off on its own and have it report back to me?
Potentially.
Okay.
You run a risk. Like he can't hold his own. but
Right.
if he goes unnoticed.
It's a little dog guy.
Yeah.
Unless somebody wants to eat him, I don't see why anybody would mess with him. Okay. Good to know.
All right.
So to the west?
Yes.
That's the plan? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are headed west to Lahana.
Bye, everybody. I love you. Be back.
One of your tribesmen comes up with a small bundle and he goes, "For you, Master Polen.
Thank you. Thank
May
you.
it keep you safe."
You're so wonderful. Love you guys so
They
much.
kind of like pat your cheek.
What a gentle people.
You're so nice.
One
Aren't
of the
they,
other ones
guys?
because I goes, "Master Polen, here is a scarf.
No, I can't. I can't.
My mother knitted it for me. May
No,
it
you
keep
gotta
you warm."
keep it. You gotta keep
Are you
it.
sure?
Yeah, I'll get it when I get back.
Okay, I'll hold on to it for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Love those guys.
We love you too.
I
Very
know
kind.
you guys.
Okay. Yeah. Do you open the bundle or you just keep it bundled?
Next time I take a rest, I'll look
Okay.
at it.
It's a baby.
I'll ignore that baby for another 8 hours.
Just like drops it twice. Like, oh, oops. No idea what's going
Stop
on.
making noise.
Oh no!
I just got that.
Oh no! No, it's not a baby. It's not a baby. Okay. Yeah, you guys are heading off. You're not taking anybody with you. You're just gonna leave them to fortify.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
The Growlithe boy will be with me.
Okay. You can take Growlithe with you.
Yes.
Okay. Polen, your people will begin to basically forage the remains of the city, accompanied by some of the irregulars, who will then work on getting the gates working again, so that you could potentially lock down the city if you needed to. The one thing that Elmar you would notice on your way out, that large silver spire that the Rosewoods brought in,
Mm-hmm.
completely gone.
Yes. I think we said that last time. They'd
Yes.
taken it.
Okay, just in case.
Yes.
So that is gone.
I was actually going to address that with Ko as we walked.
Yeah, the other thing worth noticing is the only building that is untouched is the church. Everything else is destroyed.
Interesting. It might be worth investigating for clues if they were using it, because they wouldn't destroy a building they were using.
Yeah, I don't remember what came of it last time, but I started to do some investigating, but I don't think...
Isn't that when we found the coin? Something like that?
Was that when we
That
found the
was you guys found the large stacks of metal and leather
coin? Right.
That's
in there.
And they were like piecing together armor, but
Mhm.
other than that, it wasn't
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, you basically found where they were just stripping anything of value
Right.
and leaving behind refuse.
Is an interesting note, though, that they wouldn't. I wonder if there's something about it being a holy building that was allowing him to use his spells to teleport.
Could be. You want to take a once over before we go?
I think it's good to use our daylight to make the distance. I'll just ask Bones to try to keep that area kind of locked down for now.
All right, you got it.
Thank you.
Keep the church untouched.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Bones.
No problem.
You're the man, Bones. I'm just some random person right now.
Great. Thanks.
Cool.
Sort of shuffles nervously, being like the last of maybe 2 or 3 like actual royal guards. He's very uncomfortable. He's like, these are people I've kept out of places like this for a long time. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. So, Ko, it seems as though I'm no longer in blame of your theft. However, I know that the piece you took was not the entirety of it, and now it is completely gone. So it seems if we want to find answers to what happened to us, we might have to find where it went. And I'm content to do this. If you don't care about what's happened to you, you're free to go on your way. But if you want to stick with and try to solve this and maybe turn back to your old self, we can figure it out.
And he pounds into your shield, and he starts walking with you.
All right.
Ooh.
Together by force.
Yep.
Not because I want to.
+1 respect.
Has anyone been
Ko will
to
remember that.
Lahana before? I've not much left Summerbury in my days.
Probably be between the two of you.
Yeah, it's
Lahana's
like-
on the water,
yeah, that's what I thought.
and you may have pedaled there. It's entirely possible. You come and go a lot.
We'll go. We'll say. Yeah,
Okay.
I've been there before. It's a nice town.
Mostly just drop off, pick up supplies. Not really stay too long there though.
Do you think they would be a target for these attacks?
Is there anything like super important there that like would
Can I get a quick
suggestion?
description of this town? Because I have zero clue
Yeah.
on what this is.
To be fair, no one does.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah,
no
we
one's
don't
been
either.
there.
Oh,
They
yeah.
know-
Our campaign, it's
We just
under
know it's
a lake.
underwater.
It's like
Oh,
Atlantis.
okay. Because
Yeah.
you said that, I was like, I have no idea what
Yeah,
you're talking
the-
about.
I
That's all
got
we
knocked
know.
out when I got close.
Yeah. Probably the most noticeable of the buildings in Lahana that either one of you would have been able to see. You can see it for a long way away. Is a very large church with yet another bell tower within.
So is Lahana in the center of the lake or like on the lake?
It's on the lake. So
Okay.
it's basically like Lahana kind of bunches up, as does Summerbury. There's a
Mhm.
large river split in the current timeline for you, where the river will go out like this. Summerbury is on this side of this river, and Lahana's on the other side of this.
Okay.
So in between is just several miles of just wetlands that you'd have to cross. But the river itself by Summerbury is not particularly wide or like tumultuous. You could ford it pretty easily. But the Lahana
Gotcha.
side is notorious for being very difficult to sail into and out of.
Are they known for having a lot of like ships and things, like a shipping yard?
They are, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of a place for sailors to sort of test their skills almost. Like if
Gotcha.
you can sail into and out of Lahana, that's where the money is. Because that getting into and out of that river is not easy to do without just completely wrecking all your stuff.
Gotcha. I don't think that army had boats, so some people might have been able to escape if they got attacked.
Curious if it was like strategically viable, like we should take this town because of its location and to cut off maybe exports and things just from a military standpoint, but I don't know if these monsters have that sort of ingenuity.
Can't really assume too much of what these guys got. I mean, we literally saw somebody just disappear.
Very true.
So,
But we may be able to get some solid allies there with boats and a means of
maybe
transportation.
we can get a boat for you.
Yeah.
Huh?
true. Be able to get around a lot quicker.
Yeah. Not very good at being on a boat, though.
So I'm a professional.
Your safety is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
I have never been on a boat, so that's
It's a lot of fun.
all right.
I enjoy it.
All right. Well, this is going to be curious. I want to look in the direction to see if there's any immediate signs of like fire or
Scarecrows.
yes,
Pointing to Lahana now.
human remains.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
There's actually 8 times as many skeletons.
Oh,
They're
no.
everywhere. The whole ground is bones.
14.
Yeah. The way to Lahana looks almost entirely untouched. It's not often that people will walk from Summerbury to Lahana. So it doesn't look like this sort of invading force has been pillaging their way through. Seems like they saw the water and just said, all right, we're going around.
Okay.
Takes longer, but it's a lot easier.
Well, hopefully we can boat back too. That'd be a lot nicer. All right. I'm good.
You know,
All right. And you guys are all walking?
I'm riding my
I'll walk.
Yeah. Undertow will kind of just flicker in and out of view as he so chooses. Usually, like right as he's flying in between some of you, you'll be like, oh my god. Okay.
And is it possible to have him kind of still be in his like ethereal state, be up above to kind of scout out,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
He can fly.
kind of have him keep an eye on things from aerial point of view,
Mhm.
point out crows or anything like that?
Yeah.
Can he see the armies? Maybe it might be nice to ride for a bit if we can't see them.
Sure, definitely see.
Yeah. Let's get a perception check from Undertow, whose bonus is a +1. I have it all pulled up.
Perfect. That's a 16.
16? Yeah. You get the overwhelming sense that he cannot see the armies moving. He can see where crows are flying, though. They seem to be flying several miles behind what you guys have noticed.
Mhm.
They kind of linger where the army just was, picking up remains of whatever. But he is able to see 2 distinct groups of crows. One is much, much thicker of just a cloud of birds. But no sign of the actual armies that are marching.
And, and since I can sense water Pokemon's emotions,
Mhm.
when I ask him about us flying on him, how does he feel about it?
Seems indifferent. He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I can fly. Why not?
All right, yeah, we can all hop on if you're all right. I don't know if he can carry Maya though.
I'll stay down here.
All right,
I don't want to fly.
For Undertow,
Uh-huh.
he has to basically want us to see him, right? So for like a bystander, do they not see him and then we see him, or is it like
It's
he's just like,
basically
in a horse stance, like floating in the air, going
Yeah.
up and down?
Yeah, so Perseus can see him always.
Uh-huh.
He can choose to be seen or not be seen by everyone else.
Okay.
So if you can see him, anyone can see.
Okay.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like if you were to like ride on him and he were to go invisible, you would just be like, "Yay!
Yeah.
We're good."
Just
It would look
chilling.
very strange.
Because I want to be like straight. Be like,
Yeah,
Like,
unless some outside force were to make you all invisible, you would be.
Okay.
You'd basically just be at like different heights going, wee!
Oh yeah, let's hop on.
Okay.
cool.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
As you guys mount up, let me check Maya's speed to see.
How many
Maya
more
is-
days it takes?
Maya is still faster than
Whoa.
Undertow.
She quick, y'all.
Especially because Undertow is now carrying 3 people.
Yeah.
But
And a potted plant and a
Yeah.
And
steel thing.
and a potted plant and a co. Yeah. So Undertow is able to maintain his 30-foot fly speed. Maya, if you so choose, your running speed is 40.
Yeah, I'll just keep pace with them.
Okay.
Look out for anything that might be coming up in front of us.
Okay.
On the ground, obviously.
Yeah. How fast do you guys want to move? If you were to move at a fast pace, using the genuine rules, you could cover 30 miles in a day. You could make it to Lahana by sundown. But you're not able to travel like stealthily. And if anything wanted to follow you, you leave a huge trail. Like Maya would be crushing through wetlands, Undertow's probably just creating a huge wake in whatever's beneath him.
How far? Excuse me. How far is the first river? Since you said it splits.
Mhm.
How far is that from where we?
Yeah,
currently
from
be?
Summerbury, it's not far. Like you guys are
Okay.
already like as soon as you mount up to Undertow, you're pretty close. Like you
Okay.
can already hear it and start to see some of that river flowing down.
Okay. And then how far would it be from there to the other part of the river?
From there to the other part of the river is just shy of like 30 miles. It's a long ways in between.
Could probably push to that point if you guys are comfortable.
Coming from where we just came from, I feel like urgency is not a bad thing in
Mhm.
case they are under attack.
Let's move.
Okay.
Hiya.
Yeah, as you guys pick up the pace, Undertow and co, it's not an issue to fly over the river.
Hi.
Maya and Griff, how you gonna get across this river?
How far is it?
It's probably about 100 feet across. It's a sizable river.
Do I
It's
notice
not
this?
uncanny, but yeah, that they're approaching.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, he's like right below you.
Okay.
You said 100 yards, 100 feet.
100 feet.
I'll just
Yeah.
scream down to you.
Oh, you need help?
No, I think we got it.
Okay, just shout if you do.
Maya's just gonna approach the water.
Mhm.
Be like, fine, and like put her foot in for a second,
Yeah.
and then like freeze part of it if
Okay.
she can.
Sure.
Like a big enough area for her to step onto.
Yeah.
And then we'll just get on that and go.
Okay. Yeah, little dog is like, yo, can I come?
Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, he like climbs up onto Maya's back leg. It's like, yay.
I'm gonna name him.
Yeah?
His name is Spark.
Spark.
Boom.
Spark boom.
No, just
Spark
Boom.
Spark boom.
He's named.
Sparky boom man. Perfect.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Yeah. Spark will climb aboard, and Maya uses her natural ice abilities to just kind of partially freeze the river, and you're able to quite easily just sort of sail across, basically.
Sweet.
You pass with little
We
little
did it,
issue.
guys.
Welcome to 5th level characters, where you could just be like, "Can I do this thing?" Yeah,
Most likely.
probably.
I am occupied with trying to hold all of my weight up with the only hand I can use to hold on.
Yes. You just
Just come falling down right onto your shield. What's up, man?
bicep workout. You know?
Yeah. You just airstrike somebody though. Just fall on them.
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
actually pretty sick.
Just a meteorite.
Cool way to start a combat.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? That is cool. So there's monsters coming up.
Just like,
Yeah. From your up above vantage point, there's not an incredible amount of like large wildlife in the wetlands. It's mostly smaller critters that have kind of, by one means or another, stranded themselves in the middle. But there doesn't seem to be a lot of like predatory animals. There's no big wolves or bears or anything that have made their home here. It seems like a relatively quiet stretch of land. If you guys wanted to just like book it, you totally could.
We.
That's my vote. I'm open to discussing.
Yeah. In and out. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah.
I see you guys discussing it. I'll hop on Maya. We'll just start running.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. Spark is able to almost keep up with you. He's a little bit slower.
Okay.
He's just tiny.
Yeah,
but
he'll
He's,
learn.
he's having fun.
He'll learn.
Yeah. He'll run through. Every once in a while he'll kind of stop for a second and be like, "Where did he go?" And he'll come back up with like a rabbit. He'll be like, "You're going."
Just trying to abandon him.
Good for you.
I got
Good
it.
for you, man.
I got it.
I think he likes his independence. We'll
Mhm.
let him do his thing.
He's having a good time. Okay. But yeah, those of you who are up above, does Undertow wish to be visible or invisible?
Probably be visible.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's worth noting if he was invisible, you guys can't see through him. So anybody beneath, like if they're directly beneath you, they'd see like your feet hanging over the sides. And that's it. Because he's not see-through. Like he doesn't create a perfect image all the way through. Like he doesn't just refract the light. It just looks funny. But yeah, if you can see him, then it's not an issue. He just kind of undulates a little bit less than he normally would as you guys are up there. Just like an inchworm. He flies along. But yeah, we'll to expedite the process, let's have anybody that wants to roll a d6. And let me know what you find.
2.
2. All right.
His favorite one.
2. That's a good one. Okay. We're going to start with Maya on the ground as she kind of like goes from full-on sprint to like skidding to a stop. You're about 2/3 of the way across the wetlands at this point. It's been a couple hours. Sun's high up in the sky as Maya just
What's wrong?
pulls to a full screeching halt, and Spark kind of runs into her back. It's like, oh, why?
What are you sensing?
And as the two of you are kind of halted over there, those of you up above do see a bit of movement in the lower grasses.
I'll hop off her, get kind of low,
Okay.
and start to circle like away from her, but
Okay.
like keeping my eye on where the sound is coming from.
Yeah. Spark will instinctively do the same in the opposite direction as Maya just gets
Nice.
low.
Like that.
Like we're hunting together.
Yes.
Yeah. But everybody who is on Undertow, you see 6 distinct movements in the brushes that seem to be sort of flanking around to surround Griff and Maya down below.
I'll tell Undertow to kind of, I guess, flank their flank
Okay.
to try to get like on the opposite side
flanks.
of where he is.
Okay.
To kind of
Yeah.
pincer them.
He'll kind of go stealth mode,
Mhm.
sort of slink on down to just above some of the grasses.
Being so preoccupied with hanging on. Why are we descending?
There's some movement in there. Griff, stop. We should probably take a look-sees.
He's under attack? And I'll look over.
Yeah, you just see a bit of movement in the grasses further away, but nothing directly beneath you or sort of close by.
Okay.
There's still 4 distinct shapes moving, though.
Well, we better go help.
Absolutely. And I'll Undertow, just don't be seen. I'll call you when I need you. Then I'll go and cast invisibility
Okay.
on myself and probably Elmar, since he's probably the least stealthiest.
Okay. No argument there. Yeah, Polen, as you're kind of sat on the back of Undertow, just having a good time. Nobody can see you from beneath, so you're just like, okay, cool. This is good. Ko, who's kind of just been like unceremoniously hanging on to the tail of Undertow, is just like, oh god, we're so high up. Okay. Griff, what are you doing?
Hello.
As you're flanking, you can hear some of that rustling in the brushes behind you. Stop. But if you look up, you will see this is sort of where Undertow has slunk in. You just see that little weird refraction of light as you stare up.
In front of me?
Up above you and a little
Above
bit to
me.
your
Okay.
a little bit to your behind.
Okay. I will call out.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay. You hear Ukteni! Chakta! Crit! Ha!
Unbelievable.
All right. 12 points of piercing damage as a
Wow.
low, like brush-covered individual just kind of dives out with a spear and kind of like slashes across your chest and then holds it to your throat.
What a dick.
And he's got this large wooden mask that just has like 2 eye holes and a little mouth oval.
I mean you no harm.
Kind of like jabs you a little bit.
Ewok I'll kind of like back up a little bit
Okay.
and try to stand up and see what he does.
He kind of allows you to gain some distance and you back up into another one. Just goes, duck, duck! And just kind of like pats you in the head with the blunt end of a spear.
All right. It's okay. I don't want to hurt you.
Duck, duck! And a third one kind of pops out.
Hello?
And they all have
everyone.
different sort of like ceremonial masks going on. They're just,
I like your mask. It's very, very nice. I had my hand axe in my hand. I'll put it on my hip. Put my hands up. What? Friend.
okay. Yeah, Maya will kind of walk up behind you and they go, oh! Duck, duck.
I'll walk over to Maya if they allow me to.
Yeah, they seem very afraid of Maya.
Okay,
They're like,
cool. Then I'll just get on top of her.
okay. They're like, duck, duck.
Good.
They kind of bow to Maya.
Good.
As Spark kind of runs around and goes, ah! And bites one in the leg.
Great.
He goes, I saved you! And the one goes, ah! Houdini, duck, duck! And you go, yeah, and they kind of like nod to the little Growlithe as well.
Oh. Wow. All right. Yeah.
At this point, you now see 6 of these distinct figures all kind of come out and they have their large masks on with their spears. Just bowing to Maya.
What's I'd say that Maya would be like,
Maya's like, it's about time, bow down.
That's right, bitch.
Bow down before the queen.
I'll kind of look around to see if I can identify where they are.
Yeah, right now, if you look up, you see Ko hanging on for dear life on where you imagine Undertow is, and Polen, who's just kind of sat there holding his fern in a bundle.
Can I see what's happening?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's very strange from above.
So I can see these people in masks and stuff. Okay.
I don't really know what to do here.
Polen, make a history check for me.
2 on the die, so.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty sure you've encountered some variety of these folks before, but you're like, I can't place it. I don't know. They're too strange.
Do any of you want to come down and talk
Do you need
to
help?
them? Not really, but the very interesting group of people
Yeah.
here.
As they're all bowing, they hear the voices from above, and they go, oh,
Undertow, can we go down there?
you just kind of feel yourself being lowered a little bit.
Because he's invisible right now, right? So I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't even know where he is.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll kind of like lower and curl his tail down so you could dismount if you wished.
Okay. I'll dismount. Hello, everybody.
Oh! Duck, duck!
I'm friendly.
Make a persuasion check.
13 on the die.
13 on the die. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think it's 16, right? Charisma.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Two of the larger of the figures kind of look at you and go, Watkins! And they kind of raise their spears up.
Oh, you know them?
No.
Well, they.
But I am pretty famous.
I mean, they clearly know you.
Watkins! And one pulls out a geode. Goes, Watkins!
Yeah, seeing
Yes!
that, I'll drop the invisibility for
Okay.
us.
They go, ah!
And then I do a pose, making that it was totally on purpose that these people are appearing out of nowhere.
Watkins! And they kind of run up and they like shake your hand vigorously. They're like, Watkins!
And
Watkins.
I'm like, thank you. I'm so glad I have so many fans out here.
Yeah, and they start to kind of pull their masks off, and most of them appear to be partially human.
How tall are these people?
Partially?
They're about like 4 feet, 4.5 feet.
Okay.
The tallest one's like just shy of 5.
What do you mean by partially human?
They look humanoid, but they look like they're made of bark.
Oh. Interesting. But they can take their faces off?
Well, like they're wearing like a ceremonial
This is a
mask
joke.
made of their face, and then they go,
Made of bark skin.
yeah. And beneath is just a second smaller mask.
Oh.
No, they just have like, they
Interesting.
have mostly human faces, but like they appear to be suffering from something because it's not complete, and they're all at various stages of
Lupus.
barkification. Yes, lupus. You've guessed it.
Do I know of any way to communicate with these people?
From what you remember now that they've kind of jogged your memory, they seem very much in tune with natural magics,
Okay.
which would explain why they are so attached to Maya as an entity.
Gotcha.
So they can kind of tell, but the last time you met them, they were much better at communicating. They still spoke much of the common tongue last time you spoke.
I'm gonna do some hand signals at them.
Mhm.
Be like, where? Like, home?
They go,
Like-
Watkins!
Do you guys have? Can any of you guys speak to them, or have you seen these people before?
No. I was about to say you're.
Did I give them a name of some sort?
Did you? What would Polen have called these
Yes.
folks? Be whatever you want. Now's your chance.
They're called Publics.
The Publics? Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
K, not pubics.
Okay. Yeah, you've encountered the Publics on at least several occasions. Typically, whenever you would be traveling between some towns and cities, you might have encountered them. They're similar to your people. They travel. They don't ever really like put down roots.
Gotcha. Well, these are the Publics, but they're a little different than I saw them last time. They, I don't know what's wrong with their skin. And they normally don't look like this, but these are friendly people. So you guys can trust them.
They kind of walk up to where they stabbed you, and they're like patting some grasses in. They go, duck, duck.
This is a good thing. All right.
Watkins.
He's a friend.
Your kindness and charisma goes beyond borders, Master Polen.
Clearly, I was quite skeptical at first. I did not believe that you were actually well known, but I've never met these people before, and they know you, so.
They're friends. They're
Watkins.
friends. They're friends of my shows that I put on.
Is that why they like you so much?
Hope so.
And you're not sure of this ailment? This odd skin condition?
Normally, what?
Is it
Why?
similar to your alopecia?
No, I think that's just hereditary. But no. Do you guys? Why aren't you guys able to speak more words?
One of the smaller ones comes up and kind of peels up the mask, and you can see half of the face is still human.
Mm-hmm.
and the other half is kind of barked over.
Whoa.
And they go, Watkins. Watkins. And they hold out this gnarled wooden hand towards you.
Man.
They go, last show.
No.
Sky. And they pull out another, similar to the geodes that you were peddling, but it's small and it's almost emerald green. Go.
Hmm.
What? Take.
Do I remember what my last show is with them? I guess.
Wait, give me a history check. You barely remembered them.
I know.
Let's see.
It's a 9 on the die.
You're pretty sure it had something to do with juggling? Maybe?
Pretty good job.
Yeah, you're pretty good at juggling.
I'll take this emerald. I'll hold on to it.
Yeah. Your little potted plant goes, kind of starts vibrating very excitedly.
Oh.
Gloom,
If it- Does it get like louder if I like move it further and closer?
It seems to be just if it's in your hand and you're holding the plant, he seems very excited. I go, plant. Plant. Watkins.
Are they
Kinda
saying
pet
that
you.
you made them plants?
Hope not.
It
Oh.
seems like that's what they're saying.
A little bit.
I swear I don't make my friends plants.
Starts to back away.
Comparatively, does that gem look similar to the spire?
Or my sword.
Just not
Yeah.
the same color.
Have you guys
Yes.
seen this before?
Yeah,
up the
anywhere
gem.
you sort of hold it over the wetlands ground, grass just immediately gets greener. It seems much more flush.
This is a very, very precious gem.
Looks like it's. I'll mess around with it.
I'd be careful with that master pollen. That is similar to the stone that turned Ko into this creature.
Oh, and I drop it.
Okay. Yeah, when it hits the ground, it immediately gets like, covered in moss almost.
Oh,
It still
gosh.
glows nicely. And I go, kind of like pick up the stone again and hold it close to them.
But
Oh,
I
okay.
fear that it might be turning them into these trees.
They don't appear to be bothered by it, though, which is rather strange.
They must really love nature.
Yeah, they kind of go like,
Seem to
That's
like it.
tuck, tuck.
fair enough. Might be something there.
Well, I'd be curious to sort of observe this process if it is similar, because it is kind of what happened to my arm. So if we can learn more about how it is turning them, maybe we can find a way that it can undo it.
So your gem affected your little friend Ko
And my arm.
and your arm. This green one is affecting their skin. Then how come
And I'll summon, like, my sword.
this isn't doing anything to me?
They go, tuck, tuck.
Is that the same thing?
It looks like it's made of the same material.
I would poke a barnacle on your head and be like, it might be.
It goes,
Alright, I get it.
Can I get the gem back from them?
yeah.
If I hold it close to one of them, how do they react?
They don't seem to. They've been around it long enough.
They've been around long enough.
It's not like immediate. They're like, bark face.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
They're
geez.
cured.
You did it. Yeah. They're just,
Well, this seems very important, but I don't know the importance yet. I feel like I should hold on to it. I'm gonna open the thing that I got from my tribe just so I
Okay.
have a pouch to put it in.
okay. Yeah, it's a nicely baked loaf of bread
Oh,
and a little note that says, travel safe. Don't forget to eat dinner.
Those guys.
Cute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out the bread, put the stone
Okay.
in there, and then I'm gonna try to give some of the bread to
Yeah,
these. What was the name I even gave
The
them?
pubics?
Pubics?
Yeah.
I should
The
probably
pubis.
the pubis.
yeah. They very excitedly take it. They're like, "Oh, sweet, let's go!" And they start like breaking up the bread in between. And they go, "Watkins, gift."
I'll address one of these things, whichever one is closest to me, and just ask them, is there more of the stone?
Good luck.
Is that... Yes? No.
Where's your leader?
Watkins.
I'm not your leader. Has to be one of you guys.
The one that can still sort of speak goes, "Home."
Something destroyed their home.
Where did that come down?
Home.
Take us.
Take Watkins.
Yes.
I'll hold hands and go, let's go. Let's go.
Yes, come. And they kind of like, they all put their little masks back on. And if you weren't already traveling with them, they're indistinguishable from the brushlands when they have those masks on.
Okay.
Like you're just walking with like grasses. It's very strange. They kind of just hunch over like impossibly low. They're almost like Gollum. Like they just get really, really low to the ground.
Interesting.
Can I
travel along.
hand one my potted plant? Oddish.
Yeah, they will happily. They'll be like, "Watkins, friend of Watkins."
I'm assuming they're very friendly towards nature. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they
let them
kind of
hold-
like stroke the
Yeah.
fern. He coos very quietly again. But yeah, they will take you to a very large portion of this same green emerald stone, around which is just an incredible explosion of like lush life. Like everything around it is just green, covered in flowers and vines everywhere.
Oh my goodness. It's beautiful.
And there's a number of like large, sort of overgrown frog-like creatures that are kind of hanging out nearby as well.
Oh man. Do they frog-like creatures, are they just being frogs, or are
They're the closest equivalent is like, imagine like a frog or even a toad, the size of like a house cat.
Okay.
So they're pretty large, and they've got a lot of sort of grassy overgrowth to them.
I'm gonna go walk up to that big old emerald.
Yeah, you can see like where the chunk that you're holding would have like kind of cracked off, probably from impact. 'Cause
Yeah.
everything around this is like a large crater that's now just grown in, and they have little tiny huts, and you can see there's probably about a dozen of these little creatures now. The
Gotcha.
pubics.
Gotcha. Well, looks like we found what's causing this skin mutation on these people.
And this spires.
Ah!
Huh.
Is it good? Bad?
Watkins!
It's good. Okay, so they like it.
Interesting.
I'm gonna look at Undertow
Mhm.
and see if I can sense his emotion about this.
Okay. It's a mixture of unfamiliarity and assumption.
Do you know something like this? Seen anything like this? Seems to be common.
And this is similar to the rosewood spire that was in my city. But
Do you think someone might try to take this from them?
they took ours. I don't know if they know about this yet, though.
Oh.
I wonder if we can move it and safeguard it.
How big is this
Size of like a small car.
small car?
A
don't think I-
Volkswagen Beetle. To be specific. The exact shape. It's a convertible.
You guys seen any other Watkins in this area?
Watkins!
Not me. Not me. Others.
Ah.
Where?
And they kind of point a little further in the direction that you guys have been heading.
a sign.
They go.
Eat food.
They fed them.
Hey.
I'm pretty good.
Maybe we go investigate Lahana and find a way on the way back to maybe move
Lahana.
this thing.
Lahana? You know Lahana?
Lahana.
Ah, good? Bad? Fishing?
The
None of
fishing's good.
Yeah, fishing's good. The fact that they're not scared or angry about Lahana is kind of a good sign to me.
Or in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you guys haven't been attacked recently. Okay.
Lahana Takta.
Trade.
Ah. For what?
Food.
Food? Okay.
And weapons.
Huh. Well,
I don't think this gem thing's anything to really worry about. I mean, seem to have a positive response to it,
yeah.
at least.
We should definitely remember that this is here, because I want to check up on you guys.
I'm concerned at its capabilities to alter both
People,
and just the earth and things near it.
you said that you had a similar spire at
Yes.
your place?
Mhm.
Were people turning into different things with that being there?
Well, now that you mention it, there were rumors when it was being installed in the castle that those that helped, we never saw again.
Lots of tales of things moving on their own as well, mostly from armories.
So, kind of like steel things being affected, and clearly it's
This one loves nature.
turning me into metal,
And to you.
into him.
Mhm.
Yes. So, I don't know if maybe the monsters we've been facing are people or creatures that have been near another stone, and maybe they're collecting them to alter their warriors.
They are shape-shifters, so maybe they appear to be people as well, but they are actually
And maybe
these
this
beasts.
adds other traits to them, or maybe things for them to shift into, additional abilities perhaps.
Could be.
There's a lot of mystery behind this, but I definitely think that you guys need to protect this, and maybe on the way back we can think about moving it to a safer location.
We
Hey.
Watkins, and then I point to where we were west, so I point to the east. And bad, fire, fire, bad, scary. Like coming this way, like I'm trying to show that, there's some concern that we came from a bad area.
Give me a performance check, because they think you're just like putting on a show.
5.
5. They go. Watkins.
I get pretty upset. Like, no, this is a terrible thing. Like, bad.
Oh, Watkins.
When were you last here?
Had to be years. I didn't even fully remember them.
Can I see the stone?
Of course. Hand him the stone.
I'm like put it on my metal arm, just out of curiosity if anything starts to feel or change.
No.
No?
Not particularly.
What if I held it up to close to Spark?
Okay. Yeah, as you hold it close to Spark, kind of like puts a paw out, kind of taps at it, lets off a little bit of heat, almost like if you were to shine like a magnifying glass into some dry grass. A little bit of heat kind of starts to sear off there, and he kind of recoils a bit. And when he puts his paw back down, you can see part of his paw is now just a little bit in the green.
Sorry.
and goes,
You all right? He seems to be all right.
So it seems to be affecting
Let's not go around touching things with that.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe we'll put it back in this pouch.
Hmm?
Unless you want to hold on to it still, or
I'm just curious if things that have already been affected by a stone can be affected by another.
feel anything when it happened?
No.
they go,
Oh,
Watkins.
me?
I think you need to perform.
Yes. I do want to see a famous Master Polen show.
All right. Well, if you guys can provide us safe travels to, you know, I'll give you a show. All right. Do you have a stage I can perform?
Well, then, unfortunately, we're not doing the show.
I need only green M&Ms.
Yeah, a few of them will sort of concentrate for a moment. You can see some of the vines will pull away and leave a perfect wooden stage for you.
Oh, perfect. Just like last time. Thanks, guys. Let's see.
When they're saying last time and doing this, they mean he was here last time, then that happened. That's what I'm getting from it. Am I way off base there?
Temporally, yes. Like,
Okay.
he was there, and then a thing fell.
Okay.
But you would probably remember if something fell out of the sky during one of your shows.
Yeah. So I'm
pretty
going
memorable.
to request the one that has half the face
Mhm.
that I'm assuming is maybe the leader of them. Is it safe to assume he's maybe the most looked to?
That one is the most humanoid,
Yeah.
but not necessarily the most looked to.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. You ready? You ready for the show?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna help you out in your daily life. Are you ready?
Watkins.
All right. I'm gonna cast enlarge.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make him if he's not the leader now, he's gonna be the biggest one.
All right. Think you know what's coming.
Oh boy.
He gets 8 times as heavy too.
He gets, what's it? Twice
much
as large
bigger?
and 8 times as heavy.
Yeah, I think
Jeez.
They get
twice the
dense.
size.
they get super dense.
All
Yeah,
right.
doubles in all dimensions, weight multiplied by 8.
Oh my god.
Why?
All right. Let's get a D100 from you as you cast the spell to enlarge one of the puppets.
Yeah.
31.
31.
Like all grass catches fire.
Incredible. Nope. You are teleported to the astral plane until the end of your next turn.
All right, bye guys.
So you, as you go, I'm gonna help you out in your daily life. Yeah, you disappear, and one of them goes, Watkins. He's much larger. They all go, Watkins, assuming, of course, that you have just entered all of your being into this one. They
You
go,
have become.
they go, Watkins, Watkins.
That was most Polen? Master
Pollen,
Polen?
for about 6 seconds. It's very difficult to breathe, and you appear to be just floating in space.
Oh, I messed up.
You see large spectral creatures sort of floating about, worlds within worlds sort of collapsing in a kaleidoscope, and before you can even grasp what you've seen, you're back.
Hey, how'd I do?
Watkins.
There we go.
I am beyond perplexed.
They go, Doctor! And they all start climbing on the bigger one, who's like, "Oh." Granted, he's only like 8 feet tall now, so he's not
Yeah,
huge, but
he's having
he's having fun.
Comparatively.
He's like, I'm larger than all of you could ever be. How long does enlarge last? For a minute?
I think it lasts for quite a while. Let me see.
My amazement is immeasurable.
One
and
minute.
my day is made.
Yeah. For a whole minute, he's like, "Ah!" Then he shrinks back down. And all the other ones just kind of fall into a heap on him.
Well,
Everything go good? Everything.
Watkins!
Okay, good.
Well done.
It was just that. Okay. I was expecting the worst, coming back to something else, but it seems like that nothing happened.
Coming back.
Yeah, I had to do a quick jog over here, just so you guys couldn't see me. But I'm back.
I will not question your ways, Master Polen.
At least I'll pat my head. I still have my hair kind of sort of growing back, but good. Yeah, no, everyone's been good. Yeah, kind of out of breath because I was kind of in space.
Very strange.
Yeah. So, and that's the Master Polen.
Watkins!
I know significantly less about this world than I thought I did.
Yeah, let's try to keep the shows on a minimum. I'm not very happy that I went to that astral plane, because I was assuming that was it. That was my life. I was I was gone. But I'm back, so fact that
Never again.
yeah. We'll try to keep those to a minimum. But yeah, guys, let's head on over. Let's go to Lahana. You guys want to join us?
Watkins! All right, Master Watkins, you are now in possession of the puppets.
He has his own army now.
He does. They are incredible scouts. They can blend into any environment, provided there is some sort of shrubbery or tree life. They are literally indistinguishable from grass if there is other grass near them. And they are also very good at sneak attacks. They are, it is worth noting, very bad in open combat, but they are very good at planning an ambush.
Okay.
I thought my arm turning into metal was beyond bewilderment, but that seems relatively calm compared to the events I've been a part of the last couple days.
It's a very strange user of magic.
We're in some uncertain times, guys. Things are happening. Things moving fast. Catch up.
I'm trying so hard. And I guess we'll keep moving.
Okay. Yeah, 3 of the puppets will stay back to watch, but you do have a small detachment of 6 with you.
Okay.
They're like, yeah, we'll go. Cool.
Cool.
We're with you.
Got a squad. Dang.
Rolling.
Mhm. They seem to be able to understand you. They just can't communicate back effect.
Gotcha.
I'm curious on the return if we do decide we want to try to move this crystal, if I can use my kind of unaffected arm to try to bash it out of place for movement.
Maybe break it up into smaller pieces.
Yeah, maybe.
How do you guys feel about
Distribute that amongst the...
it? No.
Might need to just hide it
Yes.
in the same area.
They will pull out a small puppet mask and hand it to you
Oh, nice.
to wear if you wish.
Is it like normal size or is it like?
Yeah, like it would fit. It
it would fit
you.
me. It's
Yes.
not like here, and I'm
Correct.
like, hey.
No, they seem to have been waiting for you to come back, because it is perfectly like measured to your face.
Perfect. Thank you guys. No more magic shows though. No more. We gotta. Later times.
They go, Watkins.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Let's try to get to this town before it gets dark, guys.
I agree.
Polen, while wearing said mask, you have access to the druid craft cantrip, and you are indistinguishable from grass.
Nice.
But yeah, as with the help of the puppets, on land and by air, you guys do make your way to the second river crossing that would take you into Lahana.
How's it looking?
Tumultuous at best.
Not the river.
Oh, the
town.
city looks
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Oh, it's the whole city's just like, whoa!
Oh, okay.
Uncertain times, guys.
It's normal.
It's like a Picasso painting. It's all upside down.
Well, it is somewhat of a relief to not see fire.
Very nice.
Are you able to cross this river? Or
It looks a bit more difficult, but I would be surprised if Maya didn't at least try.
It's another 100 foot or is it
Roundabouts,
larger?
yeah. It's about the same width across, but it's much more like full of rapids and stuff.
Mhm.
And the publics will look at it and go,
You guys don't have to come. It's okay.
Watkins.
Yeah. You guys have to protect that gem.
Gata! And they turn around and they run back.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it pretty deep river?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Deep enough that you could sail, not a full ship, but a small detachment vessel through.
Hmm.
Is there a bridge anywhere?
Just all
Not
hop
over
on
this troubled
Undertow.
water.
Oh man.
Goodness, no.
Just hop on Undertow.
That's
Quick
true.
turn across, drop you off.
Works for me, but I'm concerned about our companion here and his pet.
You guys know that trick I did back there? I can do the opposite.
Make him small?
Yeah. Do you want to try it?
I don't know how I feel about that. Very strange type of magic user.
It's all good
I'm a
things.
bit.
Knowing your luck, you get the one like, yeah, your next spell lasts 10 times longer than it should.
Nice.
He should have grown back by now. I don't know what's happening.
How dare you? I'm a bit hesitant. You made me so
tiny.
Having no understanding of your magic and your tricks, I see no downside.
I would assume Maya would try to do the same thing, see how it works.
Yeah. Anytime she sort of puts a paw in the river and it begins to freeze, it just kind of gets
I see. All right. Well,
punched away.
I'll walk up to her, and we'll kind of have a moment,
Mhm.
and then I'll change her typing to water,
Okay.
and then let her do her thing now.
Okay. Yeah. Gills and flippers replace paws, claws, and whiskers.
Oh my goodness.
As
Cool
she
beans,
kind of
man.
dives in and gets a sort of Vaporeon-esque tail as she leaps into the river. Now she's having a great time.
We're good.
We just not gonna talk. Nope. Not gonna talk about mention or.
Oh, no, normal things happening.
I'll have
Uncertain
her.
times, bro.
I'll have her come back to me. I'll pick up Spark and kind of hold him
Okay.
under one arm and jump
Yeah.
on.
Spark now has like a sort of greenish brown paw, and over the top of it, there's a little bit of like vine growth.
Hmm.
Seems totally fine with it though.
No, Perseus, I'm with you. I don't know what's going on either.
Interesting.
I'm still processing the last 3 magical moments, and it'll be a bit before I get to this one.
Your ears are bleeding.
I don't get it. How did you do that?
I
Okay.
didn't even know magic was real a week ago.
Ever been to Disneyland?
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise,
Cross we
Maya's
go.
more than capable of like almost parting the river for you. Anywhere around her is just much calmer, more sedated. Swim across.
Mm.
Perfect 10 from the Russian judge.
Mm-hmm.
Best in show. Okay. Yeah, you guys make your way into Lahana. Lahana is not so much a town or a city as it is a church and a shipping dock. Like there's not a whole lot here. The church seems very out of place, and in fact, the shipping dock did just sort of show up afterwards. It seems like the church predates most of Lahana's economy.
Are there people out and about?
There are a few, yeah. And they sort of take notice of you, and they're like, same weird stuff as always. Just a watery dog swimming around and a big flying dragon. Cool.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
Get rid of that.
Yeah. Okay, they go, oh, and now it's gone. Great. Gotta lay off the sauce. I'm seeing things.
Getting lost in the sauce.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, as you guys dismount on the other side of the Lahana Ford, where do you go? What draws your attention?
Instinctually, I'll probably go to the shipping yard just because familiarity.
Yeah.
The
Just to
church
see what's there.
for the same reasons.
Polen Watkins has arrived.
I'm gonna, with that, immediately not wanting to be associated with it, gonna walk to the church.
Okay. Yeah, as Polen kind of
I'll go
dismounts,
towards the dock with the
just like,
people.
Damn it.
Polen Watkins has arrived. Someone in the distance goes, "Yeah, good for you."
Well,
I'm gonna strut very confidently next to Perseus, very embarrassingly.
love it.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll start with the folks at the dock. There are several instances of small shipping vessels just sort of loading or unloading various cargo. A lot of money changing hands. An awful lot of gold coins and such. And there appears to be a few individuals walking around with ledgers, kind of keeping track of like what's coming and going off of each vessel, how much money was exchanged. Just normal bookkeeping, standard practice.
Any of these your friends?
Look around, see if I see any old crew members or even my old ship.
Let's get a history check, but I will spare you the looking for the ship. It
Mhm.
would not be able to sail this far inland.
Okay, cool. Is it history?
Yes.
That is a 12.
12? Okay. No one that has directly served on your crew, but you do see some familiar faces. You've sold and bought from these people before. Not necessarily here, but just in your various travels. You're on decent terms with some, bad terms with a few, pretty good terms with most though.
Alright, let's try to find guess you would call him the leader of this dock here.
Kind of try to find the person that would be in charge, kind of the bookkeeper of everything.
Who's in charge here?
Okay. A sort of portly fellow wearing a too small vest and a very way too big coat that's hanging down onto the ground from him. He's sort of short and portly. Just waddles up and goes, "Well, that would be me.
Okay, there he is. And
I-
I hide behind you.
I assume you are Polen Watkins and you've arrived. You're the one that's been shouting."
That's me, and this is Perseus.
Hello, how's it going? I do apologize for
Better now that I've met the great Polen Watkins, I suppose.
I do apologize for my very eccentric companion here.
We take all kinds, it's fine. What can I do for you? You're shouting for who's in charge.
Well, I'm Captain Perseus Blackwater, and you are?
Well, I'm Captain Ronald Donson. Pleasure to meet you.
Ronald Donson.
Pleasure to meet you, Ronald.
Rondon.
Don't call me that. No one does. I do. You're not here.
Out of curiosity, have you seen any strange sort of figures traveling in groups? They have kind of like a glaive insignia on them.
I see a lot of fellows come and go here. I can't say any one insignia stands out more than the others. But just from your own arrival, I can tell you we see a lot of strange fellows.
I don't doubt that. Any kind of strange fellows with a large black bird on them?
Now that you mention it, yes, a few days ago, they came in, purchased some supplies, mostly scrap metal and a few busted crates. Happy to unload.
Alright.
Do you know where they came from?
The fellow with the bird or the
Yes.
scrap?
The bird.
That was too close to the bird. Okay. Yeah, he will flip through the manifest and say, "Yeah, it appears the fellow with the bird sailed in on the Morning Star the other day.
Sailed in.
Sailed in, not more than a week ago.
Alright, and when he left, which way was he heading?
He just sort of. Now that you mention it, I don't remember him leaving. Just sort of gone one morning. I have no record of him departing the town."
Gotcha. Well, I very much appreciate the information. Do you have any fishing supplies?
Not personally, but if you head down to that stall down there, I do believe there's several fellows peddling fishing wares.
All right, Captain Rom, I do appreciate everything, and if I have any more questions, I'll be in touch.
Please don't. He kind of turns around and gets back to his bookkeeping.
Yep. No, make my way over to the stall.
Okay.
Get up. Only me.
You want to hang out with Ronald?
No, it seemed like he was not too keen on being my friend. Why didn't we ask him about Summerbury?
Didn't really cross my mind. I was kind of...
Are these people nice? They don't seem very nice.
I mean, I get along with them just fine. What, am I not nice?
Oh, you're super nice.
Smart answer. Alright, I'm gonna do some shopping for some supplies. Maybe see if we can acquire a shipping vessel of some sorts.
I'll go talk to some of these people, see if anyone's wanting to be my friend.
I would probably keep it a little low key.
Why do you say that?
You have a
All
way
right,
with
well,
people?
see you later.
Oh,
And I'll skip away.
Polen's really coming out of his shell now that his people are back.
I feel so much better.
His depression is gone.
The weight is lifted.
Yeah, I had a very rough start.
That you did.
back.
Okay. We're gonna jump to church crowd.
Mass is starting, so you guys gotta
Keep it down.
keep it down. You bring your Bible.
I'm curious to see if there's anything we can glean in here. Kind of want to take a note. We're going back to Summerbury for anything that might be out of the ordinary. Or
My thoughts exactly.
Okay.
Do the churches all look the same?
No, like structurally they're different, but they are all so far like the two that you've seen are just large, imposing buildings with a bell up top.
Are they all one color or just like a church?
Yeah, just like a church.
Okay.
let's go inside.
Okay. Yeah, as you enter in, you see a few people huddled in the pews. Just sort of heads down in prayer, and someone who appears to be a priest, sort of up at the front of the establishment, just sort of establishing like some papers over an altar.
Just generally looking around, curious to see if there are any of these strange stones we've been coming into contact with, or any sort of out of the ordinary magical presence.
Would you like to make a perception check, or would you like to detect source infusions?
Do I have to choose?
No,
Okay.
you could do both, but I just need to know if you want to do the other thing.
I do want to do that for the magical presence.
Okay.
To see if there's anything out of place.
Mhm.
Knowing that the church in my own town was turned into an enemy stronghold, there must have been a reason for that. Maybe there's something here that is attracting it. I don't know.
Okay. So if memory serves, the way we tweaked your detect good and evil thing is that you choose an element, yeah? Did I tell you that?
I was gonna ask
bit?
if that was like a specific thing you were talking
It's
about. 'Cause it's like that was
it's the paladin ability where they can like search out a thing.
Yeah.
Like undead.
Yeah, Fey
yeah.
Fiends Undead.
Classified
Yeah.
as an element.
Yeah, so you would pick a Pokemon typing to
Mhm.
simplify it.
Okay.
And you can detect if there is one within X amount of distance of you, but basically if there's anything in the church of an element.
So I don't know if because they're new, if I
Mm-hmm.
understand elements, but maybe just the general evilness or darkness of the things we fought in Summerbury.
Okay. So something similar to that.
Yes.
Thankfully or sadly, you find no trace in the church.
Okay.
The church seems to be an overwhelmingly radiant place.
I don't get any sense that anything is tainting the holiness of this site.
I'm not either. It
As of
seems like a
yet.
normal church.
Yes. Should we ask the priest if he is aware of the Summerbury dealings?
Sure. I am curious what religion this is. If that's a thing.
It would be, I don't know if we
Mormon.
established what the religion is here, but I would adhere to it.
So it's basically like offshoots of Greek mythology because it's me, so of course it is. So you're effectively, you would be in a church to like a Poseidon analog to keep it
Are
as
they
simple
different
as possible.
to each city?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
basically whatever would make sense to have as a patron
Gotcha.
is who would be watching over one of your churches.
Yeah. Well, they prescribe to a different deity than I, but maybe they will have some sort of knowledge or attunement to what happened in my town.
Makes sense.
Okay. I will approach the priest.
Okay.
Hello, Father.
He will speak out to you in what would effectively be Latin, which is something that Elmar would kind of know. And he would just say, "Welcome, child."
No, do it in Latin.
No can do.
Just hold your mic up to your laptop and do Google Translate.
In nomine patri.
Spiritus Sancti.
You have traveled far.
Yes, we come from Summerbury.
That is indeed a great distance.
Yes. Have
You seem tired.
I'm a lot less tired than I was yesterday, but yes, I am tired. Have you heard of anything from your sister church in Summerbury of late?
Not physically, no. But spiritually, they have gone quiet.
Yes, it's my hometown, and it was recently overrun by a very large, muscular man and his army of creatures.
Do you seek confession?
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Have been
He
purified.
goes, "Yes, my child, I fear many more will face the same fate."
Do you think that this town is in any immediate danger? Do you get any sense of that?
I pray we are not, but I cannot know for sure. If they come by sea, they will be destroyed. But I fear we have little defense if they come by land.
So, thank you for the information.
And he kind of like holds up a small pendant and just goes, "May Deimos be with you."
Thank you. I will turn back
And
to...
also with you. Peace off.
I'll turn back to Griff and say it sounds like they have a pretty formidable sea defense,
I did not
or
seem
river defense, I guess.
worried
But
a bit.
yeah, do you think it may be worth investigating relocating here?
You mean bringing
Yes,
the people of Summerbury here?
correct.
If you think that this place would be a better fit for them.
I mean, it's still standing, which is nice. I think if
Doesn't appear to have any walls or gates, though.
true. But it does seem kind of odd to not band together in some way.
Sure.
Does Summerbury have ports?
It has one, yeah. It's a little ways detached, but it would be on the other side of the river. Mm-hmm. They're kind of like mirrored. So there's Lahana River.
Gotcha.
Father, the enemies, when they overran Summerbury, used the church as a stronghold. In fact, it's one of the very few remaining intact buildings. Are you aware of any reason why they would use the church? It's not the most structurally sound in Summerbury, so from like a fortress standpoint, it doesn't make sense. But is there perhaps something about the church in itself, or the spirit within, that makes it desirable in that aspect?
Perhaps your invader is a spiritual man. Ransacking a church is not something one does lightly.
And he was able to just teleport. Do you know, have you ever heard of an ability such as that?
Long ago, yes. One of the forgotten gods.
Go on.
It is a name for which there is no translation.
Voldemort.
However, if he is making his return, it's likely he would have chosen a champion. Sounds like it could be your invader.
Sounds good.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, if this champion of his is capable of teleporting, it is likely he would need a source of great spiritual power, and a church makes perfect sense.
Have you had any encounters with people or animals changing?
In recent weeks, yes. Many come to me for aid or comfort, but I fear there's little I can do.
In what way do they appear to be changing?
Look upon my congregation.
I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, several of the individuals who are kind of huddled in have large cloaks over their head, and most of them look pretty similar to Perseus. Barnacles and other sort of sea life sort of growing over much of their exposed skin. A few of them do have like gills starting to form.
Have you experienced or come across a large stone of any kind?
Not personally, no, but many of the congregation, yes. They all describe the same large blue spire,
Have they told you where this is?
typically occurring at sea during a storm.
So it moves?
It appears to.
It's curious.
These folks come from all over.
I would like to meditate here for a bit.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Meditate away.
You're free to join me if you'd like, Griff.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around.
Yeah, I'll kind of just walk around the church, see if there's anything cool looking around the church, and if not, I'll head outside and.
Okay. Yeah, there are many sort of mural depictions of the god you have been described to as Timos, sort of doing battle with large creatures of the sea. One of which looks vaguely like Undertow, but much larger and has many heads.
Oh. Neat.
It's on a bad day.
That's pretty cool.
We need to get no sleep.
Alright, yeah. Then I will just walk outside.
Okay.
Meet up with Maya. Not walk too far away, but maybe wander around, see if there's anything going on
Okay.
around the church, the waters, and the natural areas surrounding.
In this fine, fine state of Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's get a perception check.
Here it comes. There it goes. Uh-oh.
That sounds like a soundboard.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, here comes, there goes. Uh-oh.
That's a 22.
1 and 2. See, when you said uh-oh, I thought you rolled low.
No, sir.
All right.
It was
Yeah,
an uh-oh for
there's
you.
Just like a D&D actual podcast of people from Tennessee. This is exactly how it sounds.
Wow. What a high roll.
I can't even believe it.
Yeah, as you're sort of surveying your new surroundings, there's the typical comings and goings of sailors and other folk. There's appears to be a pub nearby. Lots of people staggering out of there and walking in there with their heads low. However, behind the back of one of these buildings, you do see a sort of shadier looking individual. Long dark cloak, kind of hat held low over their head. They seem to be spinning a small knife in their fingers.
Ah, he looks friendly. I'll walk in the direction of this person.
Okay. Yeah, as you approach, they stop spinning the knife, but they don't make any effort to move or leave the area.
Hello there.
Coming or going?
Just arrived.
Hmm.
You from here?
No.
Just visiting then. Where are you from?
Lots of different places.
Sounds mysterious.
Maybe.
It's a very nice knife.
Do you want it?
Do I want your knife?
It's for sale,
Can I look at it?
of course. Kind of holds it handle first towards you.
I'll take a look at it.
Okay. Fairly standard dagger. It's got some wear and tear to it.
Okay. I don't think that I need one at the moment. Is this your trade?
I sell things, yes.
Do you have anything else of interest?
What are you looking for?
Honestly, I don't really know. Kind of just exploring the new city.
Well, I can't help you if you don't know what you're looking for.
Have you seen any daggers that are a bit more ornate than this one?
Yes. Do you want to buy one?
May I see them?
Absolutely. Kind of pulls back one of his coats, and you can see just a whole array of different various weapons, and looks to be like torture devices, all kinds of strange things. But he pulls out a dagger pretty similar to the one that you guys found stabbed into the door of Perseus's shack.
Oh,
He goes, "This is a fine piece."
I've seen one that looks similar to this. Where did you happen to get this one?
Doesn't matter. I have it here.
True, I was just curious the history of a blade such as this level of craftsmanship.
I do not know, but I have it. Do you want it?
Where did you get it from?
Does it matter? I have it here now.
How much would you like to sell it for?
I would like to sell it for 20 gold.
I have no idea how much gold I have, if I have any gold. I don't believe that I will be purchasing that dagger.
What about for the small dog?
A dagger for the dog?
Yes.
Do you have anything else that the dog might like?
No, I will trade you.
Oh, you want the dog for the dagger?
I would consider that a fair trade, yes.
I would not consider that a fair trade. He's a
Sentiment
friend of
value.
mine.
Yes. This dagger is very friendly. Yes.
To you, maybe.
Yes, I understand.
Do you?
Yes.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Is now that I've talked to this guy for a while and have gotten closer, does he have any discernible qualities to his face or anything like that?
He looks like he's had his nose broken a few dozen times.
Ah.
It's just in various states of like disrepair.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a large scar on his right cheek.
And with that, I will quickly do a look around my person and immediate area to make sure that he's not working in tandem with someone trying to steal crap from me.
Okay. Yeah, get a perception check.
Just like, yeah.
What's going on here? 13.
13? You appear to be largely alone. Like, you're not necessarily down an alleyway or anything. He's just on the side of a building. Seems to be keeping to himself. Most folks either don't see or recognize him or don't care to come over.
I forgot to ask your name.
I forgot to ask yours. Shall we exchange? A name for a name, yes.
The name is Griff.
You may call me Kamir.
Come here.
We have a fair trade. A name for a name.
And with that, come here. I believe I will take my leave.
Yes. Taking, leaving.
Be good. Yeah! I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
Interesting encounter with
He
this
allows
guy.
it. Yeah.
He allows it.
Yeah. He allows you to leave. It resolves. Yeah. He's still just standing there, kind of holding his beat up dagger.
Good for him. I'll walk towards the tavern, bar, pub,
Okay.
whatever you may have described it as.
Sure. Yeah, we'll hop back to the docks. I believe you're looking for fishing supplies, and you're looking to not be left behind.
Looking for friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
There's a friend behind every face.
I got one that you might be interested in.
Turn that frown upside down.
Yeah. Yeah, as the two of you head down in the way that you were directed by Ronald Donson, the Lahana Docks bookie.
Donson?
Ronald Donson.
Okay.
Ronald, Ronal Donson.
Rondon!
DDDD.
Ronda Don Don. Yeah, as you guys head your way down to the many stalls that seem to be selling fish and ways to get them, you do see a nice young lady kind of catches your eye as she's kind of cleaving the head off some freshly caught fish.
Gross.
As you're walking by, she kind of catches your eye.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hmm?
You selling any fishing gear or supplies?
I do.
How much?
How much do you need?
Probably just a basic pole, net, maybe some bait.
Full net bait. Okay. You have coin?
Pretty sure I do. I think I have like 10, I think, from everything.
So go. Yeah, basic fishing. 2 coin?
I can do 2.
Place down 2.
Yeah. So pull out a decently crafted fishing pole, a small fishing style net. That is to say, like, you could use it to fish, but if you tried to catch like a person with it, it would probably be way too small. And then a box of bait, which is just live grub worms that are just like. Goes 2 coin, fair trade.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
She takes the coin and pushes everything across, and then goes back to cleaving fish.
Well, is the fishing pretty good around here?
Not in town. Go north.
North.
Good fish.
Alright, I'll definitely, take you up on that offer. You see any strange, figures buying anything from you? Specifically a man with a big bird?
Big bird, big appetite. He buy lots of fish.
Alright. Did you happen to see where that gentleman went?
She goes, I tell him about north fishing, but I never see him again.
Good to know. Alright, well, enjoy cutting your fish, and, maybe I'll bring, a good haul back to trade.
Just kind of winks at you as you walk away.
I'll kind of do a nice little bow and
Oh.
head off.
Ow.
Meow, chicka honk.
You guys can keep hot dad.
I have
awkward fish woman.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Polen, are you doing any other shenaniganizing on the docks?
You know, I'm trying. So, I came to this town to make allies
Mhm.
because, I feel like that's what we were trying to do was get some allies for people of Summerbury. But I come very, very friendly, way too friendly for this town. So maybe
Okay.
just some random people I'm just trying to become friends with, learn way too much specific information about them.
Okay. So you're just interrogating random strangers on the street until they walk away from you?
Well, like, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Like, oh, where do you live?
What do you like to do? What is your favorite color? What do you do for work?
Yeah.
Do you have any hobbies? Do you like dogs? And they're
Yeah.
like, bye.
Yeah, they're like,
have to
"Oh,
go."
uninterested.
I have to go. Okay.
I'll go walk up to Percy.
Okay.
Perseus. Hey, Percy.
What's up, friend?
Saw you talking to a lady.
Just buying some fishing supplies.
Did
How's
I see Griff go into the pub?
You could probably see him like talking to a strange individual at this point,
Okay.
and about to like turn his back.
Perseus, I saw Griff go to this pub. Do you wanna go head that way? None of these people really want to be my friend, but
I don't know why.
me neither.
You're a very
Thank you.
nice person. I could use a drink. But yes, I can use a drink. My juice is getting a little low.
Ah.
Yeah, as you guys head your way over to the sort of pub-style building, it's right as Griff is about to enter in the room. We're going to jump back to Elmar, who's been meditating.
Yes.
Are you focusing on anything in particular?
I'm just trying to channel the energies, maybe find a way, because the priest had mentioned that like ours had gone silent.
Mhm.
So to see if there was a way for me to know what happened, or if like that priest is somewhere else, maybe he's captive and I can sense a direction in which
Yeah.
they are.
If you would be oh so kind as to give me a faith check. We're just going to roll a d20.
Oh,
Let
not
me know.
religion.
Not religion.
Yeah,
This one's based on faith.
It's
Bait?
based
Faith.
put
Oh,
faith
faith.
into it. Based on faith.
Based on faith.
Oh, come on. 4.
That's what you get for making fun of me. You have no faith. And then I pull your faith off. Faith me your card. Yeah, a few minutes into your meditation,
It was in that moment Drew birthed a new NPC.
yes, hello. I make faith-based puns.
The altar boy comes up to you.
Yeah, a few minutes into your meditation, your concentration is shattered by the crackling sound of thunder off in the distance, despite it being a perfectly clear day. But it is coming out from the north of you. It's very clear. It's just
Interesting. That was really loud, so I will go outside to see if I see what I would expect to match visually.
okay. Yeah, as you head out, those of you who are still outside, at this point you do hear that same crack of thunder, and off in the distance there's this very long and lingering lightning strike. And then this incredible shockwave just into the surrounding areas. It knocks down trees nearby where the lightning strikes. It's several miles to the north of you, but it seems to be that the shockwave is sort of heading this way, and by the time it reaches you, it's like a very strong breeze for several seconds. And then that lightning just pulls away.
Do you guys think that was another stone?
I don't know, but that man was still headed towards the north there. Could be him.
Oh.
A weird feeling this morning that was very similar to what just occurred.
So should we investigate, or what do you think, Master Polen?
Did any of you talk to anyone that would be willing to help us, or Summerbury? They've all kind of pushed me off.
Doesn't really seem like they're aware of any threat, so they're not very welcoming to the thought of...
They have not been very welcoming.
I think these people are very nice. I don't see any issues with them.
He talked to a girl earlier, just... Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, if we're gonna go, we need to go now.
I agree. Should we investigate, or do we think this is a threat beyond our...
Did you hear anything from the church?
Only that the Church of Summerbury had gone silent, and that perhaps we were dealing with a dark deity's champion. What that means is beyond me at the moment, but
Yeah.
it seems like an evil force is returning, and maybe they're not ready or don't want to personally handle things, so they assigned someone to sort of begin the dirty work, and that might be the person we encountered at the Summerbury Church. But it does seem as though, and Griff, if you recall, correct me if I'm wrong, that he's in a way amplified near areas of divinity, or has more spiritual energy, which may be why he chose the church, or that may be his point of entrance to begin attack.
I would agree. We should probably investigate this.
Definitely.
Sure. I'm gonna go tell my friend Ronnie.
That's
Miranda!
probably not a good idea.
Yeah, but I don't want him to be blindsided by the same thing that
I'll send
happened.
a
to-
note.
You can go, I guess. He didn't really like me.
Yeah.
Go
And-
tell Ronnie that.
And as soon as he's just like mid sentence, I'll just snap my fingers and summon Undertow in the middle of this small town and
Okay.
just hop on the back.
Yeah, right after the big like explosion and shockwave, was like, "What's going on?" Whoa! Oh, jeez. Okay.
I'll also run to the church and open the door and just kind of not yell to interrupt most of the people, but like, Father, I'm sure you heard that loud crash. I fear that the champion we spoke of may come soon, so do what you can to prevent him from entering this place.
Of course.
Good luck.
He must be with you.
And with you.
In a physically awkward interaction, you're like,
Yeah.
bye.
Not my god, but I don't want to disrespect you.
Yeah, as you guys head back out into the streets, you now see off in the direction of that shockwave are just like rolling and roiling storm clouds up above.
Oh boy.
They seem to be kind of like spiraling out from central point where that lightning struck.
Hop on.
Okay.
Are we ready for this?
Let's get dangerous.
I
Going on foot.
wasn't ready for any of this. I wasn't ready for your magic show.
Nobody is. Not even me.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys all mount up, that's where we'll call it for this week, with the roiling storm clouds in the distance. Armed with the knowledge that their new enemy is a disciple of forgotten gods, the thunderous crack may just serve as a harbinger of things to come. If you're enjoying the new campaign, feel free to hit like on the video. If you'd like to check out more of our stuff, consider subscribing to the channel. If you're not already a member of the Patreon but you'd like to be, you can follow the links in the video description below. You can join the discussions in the Discord servers and check out the post-show Still Rolling. Let us know in the comments what you think our villain is up to and what you think is happening to the pubics. Thanks for watching Boarding Party. Catch you next week.